Alright, we are live again for RPM High Gear. We are just waiting for the guys to ready up, so I will want to welcome you all tonight for the second last round of the season. We already got our champion crowned 2 rounds ago, that is Colin, and tonight we do still have Constructors Championship on our hands. Now FCT the best, the one Aston Martin car, is not here today, so I think Craig is replacing him. So still we got 2 Aston Martins and 2 Red Bull, 2 Ferrari cars. I mean, there's a battle between them. I think 18 points is the gap. Aston Martin is leading. We do not have a lot of drivers tonight, as I think we are with 14 or 15, so if you don't DNF you will get the points, and that's just a goal for everyone, I think. And I am all alone right now. I normally have a co-commentator, but he isn't joining me tonight, so I will have a quick look at the test system if we could see what the weather is doing, as we will have a dry session in both of the races, both the race and the qualifying, so we do not see any rain here tonight. Drivers, as we're waiting for the first drivers to come out, and I think it's one of the Alfa Romeo cars, and it's only F1 Alfa Romeo cars, which is Lewis, and I will have a quick look if Lewis did get his podium from last season, so last race I mean, in Italy of course. Need to have a quick look at the standings and the results. No, Lewis dropped down to P4 with his penalty, so unfortunately didn't have his podium, his first podium. He did have it on track, but with the collision in the last corner he lost it again. So as we see, some guys are trying on the mediums. We do have a bit of cloudy conditions here, and will be interesting to see, can Ferrari close the gap tonight. So we follow, waiting for Ross to start his lap. He's the first one out, and Yvonne was joining us in the chat saying, I hope the Aston Martin's cars do well. Well, I hope the Ferraris do well. I drive in the Ferrari, so a bit biased there, but it doesn't matter. It's interesting to at least have a battle for a championship, still with 2 rounds to go, although it's not the drivers, which is I think the more important one, but still we do have a team championship on our hands. And in mid-gear it is also, I think we have a 3 or 4 way battle still with the last race to go, so a lot of championships still to decide. And with that it's very interesting, as Craig has retired coming up to the last corner, so one Aston Martin will not start his lap, so he will start at the back, and I think FCT will not be too happy that his car is in the wall, as Lewis invalidated his lap. So I think the next one is Ross on the lap. Is Ross on the lap? Yeah. And we wait to see what he does in the Ferrari. Difficult track on track limits. A lot of penalties are collected here, as we saw. I think one, it's Captain Blade. No, it should be Rodzilla then, who spun around after setting a purple sector. So I was also invalidated just there. And Captain Blade on his outlap. Ross is still going, of course. And Brand is on his outlap, but he has a qualifying ban, so he will retire after his in-lap, and he will start at the back as well. As we wait to see if we can have a look at what the sector times are from people, as Craig has set a Ross has set a very fast first lap, so just need to see first sector, I mean, sorry. But he does lose out on the second sector as he comes across the line. What time can he put in? It is a 1:32.4 as the opening lap, and I think it's Minotla next, so can the Aston Martin get ahead of the Ferrari here? Minotla goes into 1:31.8, so he's 4 tenths quicker and loses this splitting both cars with 1:32.0, and I think he didn't get a lap in. So as we see, Bakker is waiting for his time. Need to have a quick look. I think our championship Colin has invalidated, so maybe he will try again on the medium tires, but that means he does need to go again, so a bit of a challenge. And I think Captain Blade is the first to set another lap time. I think Sprunky set a 1:41.7, but that is not competitive lap time so far. So we wait to see if Captain Blade can set a good lap time on the medium tires. Taking the onto the last corner. I think he's followed by Jetfish as well. Where does he go with the medium tires? He goes into P4, and Sprunky has just spun as I switched to him. And yeah, Jetfish just about into P2. And where does Lewis go on the second lap on the softs? He goes into P5. And Ross is invalidated as well, but he's continuing on. So we got some first lap runners in, as Lewis isn't going again, and I think Al maybe is. Yep. Jetfish and Smeltler very close behind each other, as the Red Bulls are both doing well. Al had a bit of bad luck in the last couple of races, so I hope to see him do well. And he goes into P6 with almost setting the same lap time as Lewis there. And I think, Bakker set a lap on the medium tires. And where does Rotzilla go? I think he validated again, because he did set a lap time 1:31.8, and that is exactly the same as one of the pole times. So I think he invalidated there. Need to see who's going on a lap again. It's one of the Mercedes cars. That should be Brandon. He's on an out lap. Is Captain Blade? Yeah, he is on the medium tires. He is improving. So can he set a good lap time here? He's behind Bakker, who's also on the medium tires, and he improves by 2.5 tenths, but still isn't enough to close in on Bakker on the medium tires. And he's set a pretty good lap, because the soft tires are of course a bit quicker, as we think it's Lewis going in, and that means that Ross also going in. Oh, watch out, mate. And is Jetfish also going in? Al's going in, whereas Bakker, he's also going in, or not improving at least. Colin is back out again on the medium tires. So I think everyone has set their first laps. Need to see if we can improve. Yep, there we go. Alright. I don't see anyone on a timed lap so far. Maybe Brandon is on a lap. He is on a lap, so we will follow him. A lot of yellow flags, probably because some drivers are slowing down. So let's see where Brandon goes. Brandon on the last corner. Tricky corner there in 4th gear. As he crosses the line, he goes into pole position with 1:31.6. Rotzilla invalidated again, and Captain Blade is also slowing down. So Brandon has took provisional pole here, away from Smeltler and Jetfish. And it is some small gap as well, so let's see if they can do it on another lap. As we will just watch Colin on the he's the only one on the lap right now, so we will watch him to the end, see where he ends up. purple sector 2 there. Beautiful section this here, a couple right-handers there. As he goes, jumping the curbs there a bit, just between the lines. Where does Colin go on the medium tires? It's a 1:32.2, so he's into P5 at the moment. And that is a good lap on the medium tires. I'm just having a quick look who's on the lap and who is not. I think Lewis is the first one on the lap. Or Sprunky. Is Sprunky ahead of him? Yeah, Sprunky is ahead of him, so we will follow Sprunky first and then switch to Lewis's one. Sprunky has crossed the line. The AlphaTauri missed last race because he thought that the race was a day later, and then he realized it was a day earlier, so he unfortunately couldn't join us there. But he did set a purple second sector, so he is looking pretty quick. Now, can he maybe have a shot at pole position here? Waiting for the shot, there he goes. In the lines, no track invalidation there. And he is going into P4. So, and Lewis is just gone in. So good lap from him there. Is it Colin? No, Colin is not going any further. Need to see, it's Silla's on an out lap, so I think it's Lewis then. Lewis is not improving, so watch Ross, who's also set a fast second sector here. Oh, as he has dropped it there, and need to watch out for the cars behind. That's a bit unfortunate. He was looking for a good lap, and I think Sprunky is also lost it. I think Snotla is on an out lap, who's still... Everyone is on an out lap. Need to see how many time is still left here. 6.5 minutes so far. And the first on another lap will be Sminotla. Can he try and go for steal the pole position away again from Brandon? Beautiful S sectors here. Oh, as he invalidated there, and he will not improve his lap, so we switch to Jetfish boost behind. Can he go for pole position then? Where does he go? I'm not sure if he's the first on the lap, because yeah. Oh, Lewis! I was just switching to Lewis. Oh, he saved it first and then has gone off. He was close to improving his lap there. Bit unfortunate. Switching back. That's not less invalidated, of course. And I think Al was also on the lap, as he's just overtaken him. Oh, and Al goes into P7. Small improvement there. Ross behind hasn't improved his time. So, oh, but he did improve in the last sector, so he did have a good last sector. And Jetfish does improve, but only to P2. So he's in between Brandon and Smolda. And Bakker now on the soft tires goes into P3, so he's very close behind the front row there. And see if Colin is also on an outlap on the soft tires, so almost everyone choosing for the soft tires here. But very, very good lap from Bakker, who's clearly in a good flow with one podium and then almost another podium in Monza as well. And he has found his groove. As we see, it's just slowing down a bit. Both. Is it? Yeah, Captain Blade is on the lap, but he invalidated. Jamaicovic still hasn't set a lap time, same for Rodzilla, so we need to wait for them to set a lap time. As Colin invalidated again, and I don't think there's much time left, so yeah, only 3 minutes, so he can't go in again, so I hope he does have enough fuel for another lap. And you need to save the tires a bit, so it's not optimal, or maybe you will decide to start on the medium tires in P7, but he could drop down, of course. Ross is invalidated as well. Who's on the lap? It's not one of the Red Bull cars. It's L, maybe L is not on the lap. And is Becker going for a second lap? No, he's not. Whereas Sprunky on an out lap. Lucist is on the lap, so we will watch Lucist first here. The only McLaren car tonight. He did set a purple second. He's 3/10 up, meaning he could be very well be on for pole position here. Oh, and this is yellow flag ahead of the Red Bull car, who's loses maybe. A bit wide, but still into P2, and oh, so close from P2 to P4. It's mega close there. It's all within 1/10 as Rodzilla invalidated again, so he will not set a time. And Jamaicovic is on an out lap. I think everyone is almost on an out lap, waiting for the last laps to start, as Sprunky has just started his lap. So we will see where he will end up, as these are the last laps, of course. We don't have a lot of time left in the qualifying session. Captain Blade moving out of the way. Beautiful shot here from below the halo into the braking point, and Rodzilla is off track, I see, so he will not go for another lap. There's not enough time, and Sprunky is improving, so a lot of purple sector 2s here from a lot of different drivers, as Colin has gone quickest with a 1:30.9 on the soft tires, and he does set his lap time, which will get him into pole position, of course, there. Where does Lewis go? Lewis was also on the lap. Need to see where he will end up. Lewis goes into P8, and Sprunky has gone in and he hit the wall there. Where is Captain Blade? Captain Blade's on an outlap. Who's the next one to cross the line? And Ross is also on an outlap. And then we follow to Lucas. Lucas is also not going. And then Spinotla. Can Spinotla maybe challenge for a top or the front row? And I see Sprunky is very disappointing. I think he maybe invalidated that. Yeah, he did invalidate, and he was 4/10 up, so that's very disappointing. As 5/10 up is Spinotla here. Can he bring Aston Martin to points? He's on to the second row, but it's just not enough, as Colin is still in P1. It's very close, but Brandon is also on the lap, so can Brandon here try and go for it? Can he steal the pole position? He does need to make up 7/10s, and that's a lot actually. But we will see, as Captain Blade, and small eye to Captain Blade as well. Captain Blade goes into... Oh, does he? No, it's not. It's Rodzilla who was crossed the line. Brandon into P3. He keeps P3. He does improve by 3/10s, but it's not enough for the front row, as we see both one Aston Martin and one Red Bull, one Ferrari car on the front row. And Lewis is the next to cross the line. He's again going for another lap, and he goes into P80. He does a small time improvement as Captain Blade is the next one to cross the line. He's 1 second down on his time. And he's very close to the track limits. Can he take a good position? He's going into P8. And then Ross. Where does Ross go? Ross improves to P9. So a lot of position changes. And I was finished. Everyone is finished, I think. Yeah. So everyone is finished. Smodla is not going for another lap. That means that Colin does have his pole position again. And Smodla is into P2 on the front row. So one Aston Martin car and one Ferrari car in the battle of the constructors. They are side by side with each other. And I think we saw a very interesting qualifying here. And very close pace from the top car. So we will see if that will carry on to the race. And just waiting for, I think, the computer for some cars to cross the line, because everyone is finished. Yeah, and that is qualifying done. And Al is joining us in the chat saying this P11 is strategy based. So yeah, I think it is as well, because P11 is the best place to start on the alternative strategy, and this strategy is, I think, a bit important here, as we see Colin, of course, in P1, followed by Smodla in P2, Brandon and Lucist in P3 and P4, and the gap is pretty big from 3 to 4, as we see Jetfish and Bakker in P5 and 6, followed by Sprunky in P7 and Captain Blade in P8, followed by Russ and Lewis in P9 and 10. Al then finishing in P11, and Jamaicovic is in P11, not setting his time. And Greg as DNF not setting his time, Rotzilla and P4 not setting his time, and Brent had to start from the back with his qualifying ban. Yeah. So that is the grid for tonight. Wait, need to see if we can have an interesting race here. Keep getting invitations here. Just need to wait for the time to go down. So I think the top 10 is on the soft tires, of course, so no difference there. Need to see if we can have any info on the tire from behind, as we see everyone from outside of the top 10 choosing the medium tires, except for Craig, who is chosen the soft tires. Now, I know that the soft tires to medium is possible. Your tire wear will be high. You do need to look to save your tires a bit, but it is possible. And with the fresh soft tires, of course, you never know. And we got a beautiful sunny race day here. It will be our first race in the USA for the high gear, of course. We didn't have it last season in the first season, but we do have it in the second one. And only Spa is up next week, and then after that we will go to season 3, of course. And I do have some small information, and I think it will be very exciting. So hope to from our viewers that they will all be back next season in season 3 as well to join us again. Maybe some drivers taking up the promotion again and some drivers going down to mid gear. But hopefully most of the drivers will still be there next season. So we are waiting for the cars to line up and hope to see an exciting start. In the battle on the constructors, it's only, if I saw correct, around 18 points. So with our points decision, Colin is now gaining 7 points. Do I say it correctly? I think I do. 7 points on Smnotla, and Ross is gaining some points on Craig here. So if this is the final result, which it isn't, we could see a very interesting battle going on to the last race. As almost everyone is lined up as we wait for the lights. Need to see if we can get a view of it. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Okay, let's go. And we are off. And Smnotla does have a good start. He is got a better start than Colin, and Smnotla is into P1, I think it is. And Brandon is also following. Brandon has a small look. As we will see if we can get any cars at the back of the grid. No, everyone went through cleanly. And Colin is right behind Smnotla. He's going for it on the inside. Bit difficult place to overtake here, that they are almost side by side, and great battling on the first lap. Smnotla run a bit wider. Colin is now on the outside. He's gone round the outside here. And oh, they're close behind. Oh, and Sprunker's DNF there. And Smnotla still on the inside. And it's a virtual safety car, and that means that Colin is ahead. Oh. Wow, that was a great first lap, and I think I would have loved to see if we could, without the virtual safety car, where he would have ended up. As Brand did have a good start. Same for Rodzilla and Al, they both had a good start. Bakker has lost the position, I think. So if we see if someone has picked up any damage here. No, it's just Sprunky who is picked up any damage there. And oh, the virtual safety car is already gone, so it's pretty quick, and I think Smnotla reacted to it perfectly. And he is very close behind now. Oh, Smnotla has almost lost it there. He just kept it together. And Colin, of course, having the fastest lap because it's lap 1. I think we saw one of the greatest first lap battles I have ever seen in high gear. Amazing into turn 1, very good getaway from Smnotla. And now following Colin here in the S section, he does pick up some dirty air, I think it looks like. Or maybe Colin did have a better S section there. Jamaica Fritz did drop out some positions. But Colin is now in the lead. The question is, can Colin create a gap of 1 second to Smnotla? But Smnotla is still hanging on there. And he's waiting for the DRS, because with the DRS you can follow. A bit of gaps are starting to form here. So we wait for, see Lewis, and Lewis is pretty close behind. I think Captain Blade is also looking at Jetfish ahead. The American team Haas in their home Grand Prix with the Russian outfit, of course. Don't think we do have any Americans on the grid tonight. We know that Natty, of course, in low gear got his American home Grand Prix podium. And Smnotla is still close behind. You can see Colin up ahead there. Oh, and he almost lost it again there at the same corner. You have some struggle with the high fuel. Colin setting the fastest lap. No warning so far from the top 2 drivers. And it's almost a gap enough of 1 second. But the question is, can Colin consistently gain time on Smotland. Oh, I see some information from the chat that Captain Blade is from the USA, so he is driving in his home Grand Prix here. Thank you for the information from chat. So he's driving the American car at the American Grand Prix as an American driver, and he's doing pretty well so far. I see. I think he just have his look. Did he? No, I can. Yeah, he gained 2 positions at the start so far, and that's very well done from him. As Smanotla does have the DRS here, so he's closing up again. Interestingly enough. And Jetfish is looking at Lucis here as Rotzilla is. We're going 3 wide here. Oh, small contract from Lewis. And now Lewis is losing out to Ross. Can Ross go on the inside? Ross does go on the inside. And he's passed again. No damage from, I think, Lewis, if I'm correct. Yeah, Lewis didn't pick up any damage, so just lost out some positions there. It's very close behind at the back. But then again, Smeltla now really close behind Colin, and he's closing in only 4/10 of a gap after 4 laps. So Colin is getting challenged here, and even with the in the championship, this is very interesting. As Captain Bate is looking for loosest. Can he go? And I think Godzilla's overtaking Al, and now Craig has picked up a 3-second penalty already, and same for Ross. Ross is looking at Al as well, and Lewis is close behind. Same for Ben, same for Craig, who's all following as Jamaicovic is losing some time. Now we switch to the lead. 5/10 in between the 2 cars. Who's better on ERS? On Colin is slightly better on ERS, but Smotla does have DRS right now. And he's going for the lead, and he is past. He's squeezing Colin out there. Can Colin switch back? No, Colin cannot switch back. And now, small contact, small tap on the back there from Colin. As Colin is now behind us. Jetfish and Lucis are fighting as well. Lucis going back for it. There's a lot of happening. Beautiful switchback from Jetfish there, who's passed again. And now Captain Blade is following him, and need to see and Rotzilla is losing out a lot of positions to Russ, and I think it's Al as well. And Lewis is looking as well, already closing in. But now Colin is now the one following. A lot is going on, it's unbelievable, and I have to do it on my own. Normally I have a co-commentator who's watching all the other battles behind, because we see a lot of battling going on. As now Captain Blade is overtaking Lucis. They once again, he's trying again on the outside. Can he pull it off? He is passed as we see a yellow flag. It's Lewis who's lost it, and I think he was in the battle with Ross or Al maybe, as Ross is passed into P8 as well. So good start from him. As and now Bakker is closing in on Jetfish, Captain Blade and Lucis. So a little train is forming here. We've switched back to Colin as Lewis is DNF'd, and Colin is using a different line here, a different straight than Smotla is doing, and he's on the outside. They're side by side again. Can Colin go for it again? Little wobble there from Colin. So Colin is really being challenged tonight. And we see a lot of battling. Rotzilla and Al fighting again, both on the medium cars, as Lewis just rejoined, and that is, you can't do that, mate. You cannot rejoin. And Brent is also looking on the inside. All cars on the medium, side by side in this fast right-hander. Was still side by side, and Al has been pushed wide there a bit, and now can Craig follow? No, he can't. So Smotla is still ahead of Colin here, and everyone behind following him, as Ross has created a gap to Rotzilla, as everyone behind is starting to... What is happening with my gaps? Where are my gaps? I need my gaps. My gaps are gone. Please do not tell me we got a glitch lobby again. because his racing has been very good so far. As Craig as what's happening with the gaps? I need the gaps. We got some technical difficulties here. Oh, and Colin and Smiltla both trying the same tactic here. Ooh, Smiltla's... Oh, they're almost running out of track here. It's a lot of fighting as Smiltla is going on the inside, diving again. Oh, pushing wide. And Colin is still hanging on there on the inside, and he's diving on the inside, he's going for it. Oh, and he's putting his hand up from what are you doing, mate? And ooh, Colin is really fighting it hard, so if you push me off, I will push you off as well. And that's a lot going on, and I need to wait for my gaps to come again. What is this weird shot? I need to give me a good shot from the cars. Where are my... Yeah, there they are, they're back. Okay, so... But still, Smiltla, the DRS is following, he is looking... He's going for it again on to turn 1. And he's passed now, can Colin do the switchback into the S section. Smiltla still ahead. What a beautiful fight we're getting here in the opening laps. And Smiltla also, our champion from last season against our champion from this season. The two champions fighting each other. And definitely quicker than everyone, as I think someone has... Oh, as Brandon has gone to the medium tires already. So he's made his first pit stop as Jamekovic picked up a penalty. And Al is losing out of some time ahead. As we are needing to see if Colin is going for it again. Colin is going for it again. He's almost off the track there. Completely pushed wide, and then he's on the inside as Smiltla is almost running sideways. Oh, and Colin picked up a 3-second penalty there. And that will be very interesting to see, but I'm not sure what Smiltla is doing. Does he have any damage? As he's losing out some time, he's sliding all over the place. Smiltla also has 2 warnings, so he needs to watch out as well. As you see, as the tire wear is almost equal between the 2 cars, so we can't see anything on that, as Ross has lost out of time to Rodzilla and now pushed wide, and now Brent is passed almost, but Ross is still hanging on the inside. He's touching wheels there on the side by side, and into that corner, watch out, it will be difficult, please no contact. Very clean racing as Captain Blade and Colin both pull in, same for Ross. Ross is also going in, so we see some cars are starting to make the pit stops. Smiltla is continuing on for the overcut, and see undercut was very powerful yesterday, so we'll see if, and Craig now going for the overtake into turn 1, helping Aston Martin out, pushing a bit wide. And we do have a... No, Evil, you're not the only one here, but nobody else is commenting, they're too busy watching probably. And I think... Where does Brandon... Yeah, Brandon right... Yeah, see? Brandon is not that far behind Colin right now, and he's done an early pit stop, so... The question is, can he attack, of course. Now Colin needs to catch up also to the medium runners and overtake them. Baker is moved into P4 with this... Oh, and Ross picks up a penalty there. As Captain Blade is overtaking Jamekovic here. Now we need to... Oh, and I was passed again. And all this fighting up ahead, if they are continuing to fight, will not help Colin. Now Craig can play the team game here and maybe hold up Colin to help out Smiltla here. But Colin has set the fastest sector 2 of the race. And Smiltla is going in, so... Where does he go? Jetwish is staying out, Lucis is staying out, Bakker is staying out. They're all going long into the race. And Colin is now stuck behind the under Aston Martin car. Where will Colin end up? This is not helping me, of course, but he does have the support of the DRS here. And he is already past Smiltla, so Smiltla has lost a lot of time. And Smiltla is dropping just ahead of Brandon here. But now, can Craig hold up Smiltla enough to bring him back into the DRS? And Colin has a fight up ahead. And He's going for it, and it's a beautiful overtake. And he's past his teammate, past the Aston Martin car here. And now he needs to get past Al pretty quickly because he knows Smilotla is closing in. And he knows he does have the 3-second penalty, and maybe he can create the gap if he does keep Smilotla outside of the DRS. And now he's going for the dive here, as he's already, and as he loses, he's also taking the lead. But I'm just having a quick look at where the leads are going. Will Craig let Smilotla pass? Yeah, he will. And now Smilotla can see Colin. Colin is not that far up ahead, but still he needs to get past Al first, as Lewis is this overtaking Jetfish. So lots going on, and now Brent and Rodzilla are also fighting up ahead. So this will also not help Colin, as Smilotla is already past Al here, or not. Al is still there. Where's Al? There's Al. And Smilotla's passed. Now Smilotla only has a 1-second gap. Can he close in? I think he still does have DRS, of course. From no, he doesn't. The DRS detection point is different. But he's 1 second behind Colin, and Colin has a 3-second penalty. So if they can keep this pace for the whole race, we could see Smilotla winning the race, and that will help Aston Martin, as Ross received another 3-second penalty still. Rodzilla and Brent fighting. Oh, and Rodzilla gets tapped. And that will not help. Oh, Colin is taking a bump, and Colin is spun, and Colin is spun, and Colin is out of the race. Oh no, Colin is out of the race. He crashed out. I cannot believe this. Colin has crashed out of the race. Oh no. And that is a commentator's curse, and I've never seen this happen before. And it's a virtual safety car, not even a full safety car. But this is unbelievable. And right now Aston Martin will be very happy. And I know FCT will be smiling. And now Ross is the only Ferrari left. But Colin, our championship leader, has crashed out on his own after taking the bump. And I cannot believe this. And it's still a virtual safety car. Now this will help out Lucis and Jetfish a bit, I think. Depends on when the safe virtual safety car is ending, but the virtual safety car is still there. And yeah, the virtual safety car is still there, so we need to wait. Yeah, and they are choosing for the, so they will help with the, and the DRS is enabled as everyone is racing again. And now Smilotla is back into the lead, and no Colin up ahead, so no title, no race fight anymore, I think, as Boris said. It's a bit disappointing, but still very interesting result. We are back, yeah. Oh, and Brendan has also gone in again, now following Lewis. So we did see some sort of chain reaction there from Rodzilla, as Rodzilla ran a bit wide, and I think Colin reacted to that in a way that maybe scared him off a bit, and then he took the high bump on the fast sector and then lost the car and crashed out. So I don't know the calculations. I think there's still a maximum of 87 points available, so I need to see if Aston Martin can get the constructors race, constructors champion already tonight. But Aston Martin can put one hand on the trophy already. Well, I don't need to say anything too early, of course. Oh, and I think Al maybe has lost it, as Craig has gone in right now. He didn't pit on the virtual safety car, although he did have the option, so bit of a weird strategy there. But now Brent, starting from last, he's into P1. He's on the alternative strategy, same for Rodzilla. And in the lead we in the net lead we probably got Smnotla, and then followed by Lucis, who's also doing a great race, and Captain Blade is now under pressure from Jetfish on his fresh tires, and Bakker is not that far behind as well. And Colin is joining us in the chat. Now Hate has even more. Yeah, the American team doing some sabotage on you tonight. Just see if Jetfish can overtake him. He is closing in, but not enough. Waiting to see if what happened with the Haas. No, nothing with the Haas. The Haas had lost the car, and maybe Colin got a bit distracted there in the S section, and he jumped over the curbs and lost the car. So Brent and Rodzilla, of course, continuing on, but Smotla is already behind them, and they still need to make a pit stop. So I think we could very well see Smotla here taking the win, although I said at the same as Colin. As Jumekovic picks up another 3-second penalty. It's a 3-second penalty. And Colin is giving us a little explanation in the chat of what exactly happened and how he felt about it. As Brandon, who started P3, is now still in P11, but he is on the fresh tires and trying to close in, as Smilotla is close behind as well. Can he overtake here with the DRS? And he is past Rodzilla, and okay, now looking for Brent and taking the lead back. Although saying that, I think Lucis did catch up a bit, as Captain Blade and Jetfish still following the DRS, meaning that Bakker could also close in, and now Ross is on the soft tires. He's going for the soft mediums here. Is in P8, followed by Al on the soft tires in P9, Jumekovic in P10, and Brandon in P11, as Craig is now in P12. So still doing some small helps for the Aston Martin team. But Smnotla, we only half passed, but Smnotla is looking very good for the race win. Can Smotla and Rodzilla still following in the DRS, of course, in the older tires. Ooh, and Jetfish is pretty close behind Captain Blade here. And I noticed some sparks on the curb where Colin is lost out. Oh, and Jetfish picks up a 3-second penalty as I was watching him on board. And that will not help him, of course. Meaning that Bakker is almost in the 3-second range, which could gain him another position. But the race is still long to go, as we see. Smnotla also Brent is almost out of ERS. Oh, Smnotla is almost running the back, and he got a 3-second penalty. So what is happening tonight with the leaders of the race? And meaning Lucis is close in a lot, and he's almost in the 3-second range. So meaning that Lucis is maybe looking for a win as well. He is almost in the 3-second range. Still, the race is very long, and Smotla does have strong pace, but this is not helping him, of course. And Lucis is under pressure. All these guys are closing in on Smotla. I almost said Colin, who is fighting with the cars who haven't pitted just yet. And it would be a very shame if both Colin and Smotla maybe lost it. Our beautiful fight in the first laps. As he runs a bit wide maybe there, as Rodzilla is almost at the back of him. and I don't think he has DRS as Jamirovic picks up another penalty, and now these cars are all following. If they do some sort of DRS train and do same as we see with the biking, just follow each other in the slipstream and all let each other go one after one and not fight too hard, they could all close in on Smolotlayer, who's still under pressure from Rodzilla. Now Lewis is 2.8 behind him, but he's still under a lot of pressure from 2 cars behind, as Captain Blade is looking for the overtake as well. He does have 3 laps. His tires are 3 laps older, so need to see what he can do on spit all the tires. Bakker not closing in that much so far. As Brandon Jamirovic has lost it a bit, I think, again, and now Brandon is passed. As we see, Smolotlayer is now closed up a bit here. But same for losers to Rodzilla, so it will still be very interesting if Lucis doesn't pick up penalty. I will just have a quick look if he does have any warnings. Lucis has 0 warnings, as Captain Blade just picked up his second one, and Bakker also has one, so interesting to see how maybe. Oh, and Lewis picks up another penalty, and now Smolotlayer is very close behind Brent. I think he's closer than he was last time, so he will get past, of course, easily. Right now, is Brent fighting it? No, he isn't. He's not deploying his ERS, so Smolotlayer is going past again as Jamirovic picks up another penalty. And Captain Blade is also past Lucis here. Is Lucis still hanging on? He is still hanging on. And Rodzilla could help his teammate out a bit, but Captain Blade is on the outside. No, this will cost you a lot of time, but it's still beautiful fighting. And now the outside, and now can Jetfish join the party. And both cars up ahead fighting very hard. Are they going to go side by side? Oh, small touch there. Oh, and Smolotlayer. No, it's Brenton. I almost thought Smolotlayer went in again. Some wheel banging. And now they are released to go after Smolotlayer, who's, I think he already had 4 seconds of penalties. And now, oh, Captain Blade on the inside. No, and now Jetfish on the inside. And we need to see if Brent and Rodzilla can close in on the softs as well. Jamirovic, another 3-second penalty. Where's Captain Blade? He's lost out some time. Now she loses 5.2 seconds behind. And Smolotlayer has 4 warnings, so he's still 2 warnings away from the 6 seconds. And I don't think he will get that just yet. As Bakker is closing like 2 seconds from that fighting, so you see how much time they lost. And he's maybe looking for another podium as well. But Brent and Al are on the soft tires and they're not that far behind. Al does have a lot of more tire wear, I think. If we see, we'll have a quick look on what the tire wear is doing so far. Oh, and Jetfish is past Lucis here at the end of the straight. I will have a quick look what is the tire wear saying for Al. Al is just 34%, so he will definitely not take these to the end. Interestingly, now Rodzilla has passed Brandon, and Brandon was looking very well, but maybe his strategy messed up his race a bit, as Ross and Lewis are fighting for the last positions. Now Jetfish, of course, is passed, and they both have 3-second time penalty, so does Jetfish have the pace to close in on the cars ahead? We will have to see. So we follow through the S section again, watching Captain Blade here. And Jetfish is slowly closing in on Sminotla, so this will also help Lucis and Captain Blade, who are following in the DRS. It's still a lot of time to gain, but all small gains are of course a positive, as Brand is also closing on the soft tires. He does have 10 laps to go on the fresh soft tires. Can he close in as well? Does Rotzilla go past L here? And now the soft tires are on P6 and P7, both no penalties so far. So we are waiting to see what Spinotla is doing, as taking the final corner, starting lap 19, and a lot can change as Jetfish is already, it was just 4.5, but he's not that far off who's it, Smeltla right now. Oh, and Brent going for the fastest lap as well. So you see, these soft tires are gaining a lot of time in the cars ahead. And while they are fighting a bit, it could get them into play. Of course, the soft tires do wear off, I would say, quicker, but still, they have a lot of more pace advantage right now, as they are only 1 lap old. And he's already 7 seconds behind, and he's gaining very quickly on the cars ahead. So, oh, and Brandon has lost it, and it's in the S section there. There's another driver's, and we got another virtual safety car here. So this is not helping the soft tires because they have less time to catch up again. But still no safety car, interestingly enough. A lot of safety cars, but no, a lot of virtual safety cars, but no normal safety car. And we just need to wait. For the safety car, virtual safety car, we don't see it changing to a full safety car either. So it is just what it is. Just quick rundown through the grid as we give Russell. Oh, and what is happening? Why is Lucis dropping? Oh, they're going. Oh, ooh, interesting. Oh, Captain Bla Lucis is DNF. What's happening? Lucis is DNF'd. As we get a virtual safety. Oh, Lucis, what is DNF'd in the pit lane? And now Captain Blade and Jetfish also going on to the soft tires, and Ross is DNF'd as well. What is happening? Both Ferraris are out. So, and each going in. What a chaotic restart here. So no points for Aston Martin. No points for Ferrari. So meaning that Aston Martin is very close to getting the Constructors' Championship. Oh, and Becker's lost it as well. Just on board. What is happening here? And still no safety car. And Jamaicovic now has less decision as well. He's DNF'd as well. Where is he DNF'd? Onto turn 1. What is going on? And still no virtual safety car or safety car either. We went from 13 to 8 runners in the space of 2 or 3 laps. Meaning that Brent is now into P2 and Jetfish is past his teammate as he's fighting him a bit. Still 7 laps, and Brent and Smotla, he needs to gain 10 seconds. It is possible, and it will be very interesting to see. Oh, and now Al has gone in again, and Captain Blade has lost some time. Rodzilla's into P. As Crack will be up into P6 right now, I think it is. So Aston Martin are doing very well. Just hope maybe that Brent could close up to the top cars. Try to see if I can get any No, the lobby is not. I don't think the lobby is bugged. I think just everyone has crashed out or something. Bit weird there. And right now the gaps are a bit. I think Jetfish is looking to defend from Captain Blade. They're only better on track right now. And Lewis picking up another penalty. Oh, and another yellow flag, as it is Lewis who has spun round. No front wing damage, I think it is. Brent has closed the gap to 12 seconds. 12 seconds with 7... No, what is it? Yeah, 7 laps to go. Lewis is saying the lobby is glitched. Well, it doesn't look glitched to me, but I could be wrong here, so I need to quickly have it. Oh, is Jetfish and Captain Blade are fighting? No, Jetfish is past. No, he's defending again. Wait, I will just quickly have it. I don't see anything in the high gear chat, so I don't actually know what is going on right now. And don't know how it's glitched, because it seems fine to me, I think, and no red safety cars or anything. Lewis is going in again. And Brent is looking for a podium after starting P15 here. Oh, and Rodzilla is now under pressure from Jetfish and Captain Blade behind, but they both have 3-second penalties. Yeah, I think they're just crashing as well, because it seemed like normal crashes, so... and I saw Ross saying he binned it, so... maybe the damage has been brought up a bit high, but I don't know. But yeah, Becker crashed normally, as Ross saying he crashed normally. I think Jamaicovic retired in the pit lane, so... Yeah, I don't know about what happened to Lucis, but... Yeah, I think he lost it in the pit entry. Don't know, but now... Jetfish on the overtake for Rodzilla. Both has cars. Can he hold on the outside? He's still there on the outside. And he's pushing Jetfish wide a bit, maybe. You see the onboard funk. Oh, small touching from the Red Bull and the Haas car in the S section here. Both Haas cars doing a very good race, of course. Still alive, I would say. Oh, and Al picks up a 3-second penalty again. Now, will Rodzilla let his teammate Captain Blade pass? Rodzilla does have a lot more ERS, and he will look at the overtake on Jetfish here. As he's going for it again, he's maybe trying to push him a bit wide, as his teammate is now going for it on the outside. Rodzilla defending the inside, so Jetfish has to break a bit earlier, but he's still hanging on there. Oh, and what's happening? I need to see. Bit touching and going here. And Jetfish is still in P4 and Rodzilla is still in P3. He's still holding on now on the fast right-hander. Everyone is holding on so far. And this will be the battle for the podium position, of course. Rodzilla doesn't have a penalty, but if they can create a 3-second gap, it will be very interesting to see now. On the outside, again, Jetfish, can he hold on? Oh, he's pushed wide a bit there, now he's Captain Blade is passed. And both Haas cars working together. I think Jetfish will be furious right now with the two Haas working together. And now Rodzilla is going a bit wide and he's holding up his teammate as well. He's trying to let it go, I think, but it's not working. As now Jetfish is on the outside again. Oh, and Captain Blade has spun round. He's been hit, I think, and that is the chances of his podium are gone. and I think Rodzilla was trying to let him pass, but it didn't work out. What I do see is Brand is closing up a lot of time. It's still 5 laps to go and he needs to close down a gap of 7 seconds. But of course, Spinotla is on all the tires. His tires are almost at 50%. So can he hold on? That's the question. Now, can Jetfish go for maybe for a podium? Will Rodzilla, will he do a Checo Perez and hold him up for 8 seconds? I don't think he can. It will be very difficult. Now Jetfish on the inside. And the switchback from Rodzilla, does he have the tire grip? No, he doesn't. So Jetfish is passed. Can he create that 3-second gap in the remaining laps? I don't know, but we will have to see. And Brendan has left the session here. A lot going on right now. Some good battling tonight, I would say. Up until that small collision, we do have seen some very hard and clean racing, and now Rodzilla is going for it again, but Jetfish still has the outside, so still holding on. But this is still a P3 for Rodzilla if he can keep it on the track and follow within 3 seconds. And I will see if I can check the high gear chat. I don't see any information so far from the high gear chat, because it's the last time someone has reacted something in the chat, it has been 40 minutes ago, and that is when the qualifying was over, so I don't see anything weird so far. No drivers complaining or anything. Rodzilla is still following with the DRS. Can he hold on for the DRS? I think the DRS is helping him staying alive and trying to close in and stay within the 3 seconds, as Captain Blade is also back into 7 seconds. And Al is closing in on. Just have a quick look at what the penalties are. It's 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds from Captain Blade, so I think he got it somewhere in speeding in the pit lane or something. And now Craig has got 3, Al has got 3, and Lewis got 6, so Craig and Al are on the same amount of penalties. Oh, wait. And Lewis is getting another penalty, and Al is closing in, so this could be a fight for P6 as well. And I think Rodzilla has lost the gap again. And it looks like the time will be enough for Spinotla to hold on to his win. So far, Brand needs to close in a little bit less than 6 seconds in 3 laps, so that's 2 seconds per lap, and that's a lot. As I think Spinotla is still going pretty well, and he still has 100% of ERS, meaning he can go full out if he want to and defend. And I think he got it in the back. I would have loved to see him fight Colin tonight, as they had a great battle. But yeah, unfortunately Colin is DNF'd out of the race. We only got 8 finishes so far. Just hope no one else will drop out, of course. And Brent isn't closing it anymore, so I'm getting a bit tired. It's not because the race is tiring, because it's definitely not. Maybe it's because I have to do it all on my own. Had a busy day as well. But yeah, I've really good race so far, and only 2 laps left. And Evil told me to check in on the chat from High here, and I got one reaction right now saying what a track from Bakker. So I think no one is complaining about a glitch lobby or anything. Just a bit unfortunate from drivers crashing out, and Bakker was actually up into P2. Maybe in the fight for a podium, and then he lost it because some cars decided to go into the pit lane. Yep, so that's very disappointing from him, as Lewis picks up another penalty, and the penalties are keep going up. And I need to check if Spinotla is close to another time penalty, because if he is, no, he's not. if he gets 6 seconds, it is still pretty close to be fair, because that means still 2.5 seconds to gain. And I don't think that Brand is pushing too hard to close in the gap, because right now if Smolder doesn't pick up penalty 5 seconds in one lap, I just noticed from yesterday, I need to see as well the fuel, so see if I can see anyone with fuel problems as we enter the last lap already. Just have a quick look if I can see the fuel actually. I think I need to go here. Nope. Yeah, everyone is on pretty clean fuel, so I think they will hold on to that as well, and no one is closing. And interestingly enough, Rodzilla is outside of the 3 second gap, so Jetfish will keep his podium so far. As also I was now in the DRS for Craig, and this could be for P6 because they both have equal amount of time penalties, and this will be very important for the Aston Martin team as well, because I think they will be, I don't know who has the fastest lap right now actually. It's Jetfish, so that will not go to the Aston Martin cars. And I think the Aston Martin cars, if I am correct, will get 56 points. And with the 17 they have, I think it's just not enough to get the Constructors' Championship just yet, as there are, I think it's still 57 points available, so there are not enough laps. As Rodzilla picks up a 3 second penalty, so that means his thing will be done. But we will see that Sminotla is now going to win the race after an amazing battle and staying out on the medium tires. He wins the race, and Colin and Brent and Jetfish are fighting over the line, but I think Brent will keep his P2, and Brent finishes in P2, Jetfish in P3, as Al and Lewis are still fighting for that last position. As you see, Rodzilla is coming down in P4 and Captain Blade in P5, and can Craig hold on into the P6? I will just have to wait. And I think he does, yeah, he does hold on to P6, so good result from him there. And Lewis is just the last one to cross the line here, but very, very well done to Sminotla for winning the race and almost bringing the championship to Aston Martin tonight. And Brent starting in last place after his qualifying ban, ending up in P2, and Jetfish having a very consistent race in P3 as well. Rodzilla finishing P4, tried to do, I think, the virtual safety car. I think Captain Prelate is in the chat, and he's not American. So yeah, I thought I was going crazy, but he's not American. So need to see if the guys want to join the commentators booth here, as we need to have a quick look on the championship battle, of course, as there we go, 2 British drivers and a Dutch driver on top of the podium. And we see the final results. Smotla has won the race, and then again Brent from P15 to P2, and then Jetfish in P3, Rodzilla in P4 and P5 for the other Haas driver, Aston Martin in P6 from Craig, and then L in P7, Lewis in P8, and then we got Bakker, Jamaica, Lewis, Ross, Ben and Colin and Sprunky all DNFing out of the race. So I think that was a crazy race, and I tried to see if I can get the guys invited for you. So I think I will be back pretty soon, trying to invite. I hope the stream doesn't cut off, of course. And see if I can add the cars to the party, and then I think P2 is waiting for Brent to adding Brent as well. Yeah, there we go. And now adding Jetfish as well. Need to have a quick look at his gamer tag again. Oh, he's already in the party, so I don't know how to invite him. Just waiting a few seconds to see if the cars are joining us, of course. I don't know if they want to join. I will just like to thank you all for joining us so far tonight. I don't know if anyone has joined. I did see a quick notification. Has anyone joined the party so far? No, we do not. So I think I will just wait 1 bit and I will do the intro, and then maybe they will join, or the outro I mean, and maybe they will join us. But that was a very exciting race. I really enjoyed the Grand Prix, and were very well done to the podium car drivers if they're rewatching this. That was round 11 already, and now we go to the last round in round 12 in Spa. So we will be back for the last round of the season. Season 2 already finished. It's gone by pretty quickly. Tune in next week in low gear, because we still got a championship to decide between Sprunky and Matt Johnston. We still got a championship to decide in mid gear with constructors wise as well, with Red Bull, Ferrari and Alpine. I think Mercedes are in the battle as well, and we do got Kron and Boris still able to get the driver's title. So I hope to see you all back next week, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, guys.